So we're all there, Stonewall 1969, celebrating the life of Judy Garland. Each and every one of us in our feathers, heels, sequins and finery, looking absolutely fucking amazing. You're there, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. The fags, the hags, the glitz and the glam, the trans, the dykes, a girl or a man, united in black, a girl understood. She left and she'd gone, but Judy was good. We all have a drink, cause a girl on the bar waits a drag queen, beehive, stuff bra. She sings, she sings, she sings for Judy. She left, no time to regret. Kept his dick wet with his old safe sing bet. Judy Garland had 2 gay husbands. Me and my heels high, my tears dry. Get on without my guy.
So, Michael, I'm very honored to be talking to you today because I know you're about to have a very busy night, one of the biggest nights of the year at the Royal Vauxhall Tavern, a night at the musicals. Now, I was glancing through who you were going to introduce. You got half the West End there tonight.
We have, yeah. It's we do it a couple of times a year now, and it's a charity night raising funds for the Terrence Higgins Trust. And basically anyone that's not working in the West End gets an invite, and if they want to come along and do a turn, they're more than welcome to. And it's a night raising funds, raising awareness, and in amongst then, obviously, we also have a few cabaret acts, so it isn't just MT. We want to cast as well.
People are watching this around the world. We should tell them that the Terrence Higgins Trust is the most important AIDS charity we have in the UK. It's like Stonewall in the US, really. And
Absolutely.
They are a centre of excellence. Even now, they're helping people through the crisis or whatever it is. People watching this around the globe should know you're a man of many hats, or should I say dresses.
Absolutely.
You perform, you teach, and now you've written a book.
I have indeed.
Let's start at the very beginning, how this all happened with you.
Okay, so I, like many a drag act, I started at drama school. I was training to be an actor. I didn't have the best of experiences at drama school in that I was always playing straight or asked to play straight. You know, I was there doing sea captains, Macbeth, soldiers. It got to restoration. I was like, great, I could be a fop, I could be something camp. And they were like, oh no, Michael, too easy. So when I graduated for my master's, I had to do a performative dissertation, and I wrote a piece about basically performative self and the idea you can be different people, different environments. And Camp Michael became a drag act. And in essence, the piece was 2 fingers up at my drama school saying, you thought I couldn't play gay because it was easy, because you think it's one thing. Actually, look at all of this. The show did very well. I got a great grade, and school helped me put it on again and again. And then I had interest from like Soho Theatre and the Arts Council, and it ended up doing a short tour. Then it got developed at Oval House, which is just around the corner here. And at that point, I was doing a 6-week run, but I was an unknown. So the theatre said to me, we've got contacts down at the RVT. Pop along and just do a turn and leaflet afterwards, do some flyering.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's how I got into drag. But basically, when the theatre show finished, I was kind of like, oh, well, hey-ho, that was fun. Looking for the next acting job, really. But the RVT and some of the producers were like, oh, could you maybe do a turn, or could you come and do this, come and do that? And I was like, oh, but I haven't got anything to promote. And they're like, no, we'll pay you. And the penny dropped. You know, like most actors, I was working in a call centre at the time. Yeah. And I was like, well, what should I do? And it just sort of grew from there, really. And that was 17 years ago now.
God. Yeah. So then let's go on to the next bit. You hold classes for other aspiring drag stars. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Yes. I run a course at the RVT, have done it's coming up for 10 years, called The Art of Drag. And it's a performance course for drag artists. A lot of the London scene, a lot of any country, city scene is contest-based these days. Yeah. And I was keen to create somewhere you could come to get some advice, get some help, get some thought behind your act prior to throwing yourself in front of a panel of judges who all want to be witty, psychic cows and bring you down. I wanted somewhere you could come and get uplifted, somewhere you can come and learn. I run the course for 10 weeks, but we also have facilitators who come in from different skill sets.
Yeah.
So the character comedy, it used to be Myra Dubois, but now she's moved up north. So we have Ada Camp. For lip sync, we have me, the drag queen, formerly Meth. We have Adam All doing parody and kind of hosting. So we get lots of different voices, and it's drag in essence for everybody and anybody. There's no stipulation of experience, gender, sexuality.
So, Michael, are you teaching them to have an act to go on the stage, or just to be able to perform and impress a judge on a TV show?
No, you are doing over the 10 weeks, you're honing your first show towards the first showcase, your first piece. So you get a 7-minute set to do with what you will. So we have people who will do a traditional lip sync, song, patter, stand-up comedy, but then we also get more spoken word poetry, almost theatrical pieces. I mean, it's all drag, and it's all the drag art form, but there's no rules as to how traditional it needs to be. Over the years, we've had cucumbers, carrots, trees, fruit salads all become humans on stage that are exploring whatever they wish to explore.
Yeah. So what do you prefer then now? Teaching or doing? Performing?
Oh, it always will be about performance for me.
Okay.
Always. But I think that's why I do the course, because it's a performance course. Because the world of drag has become so fascinated with hair and makeup and costumes.
Exactly.
Anywhere you go online, you will find so-and-so's makeup tutorial. And to be honest, I don't give a shit. I can look at a nice photo of you and I've got it. Whereas if I'm sitting down with you for 10 minutes, for an hour, I want you to have something. I want a story. I want to be performed to. I want to be entertained. And there's not an awful lot of that out there, which is where both the course and the book came from.
Yeah. Let's go on to the next bit. Your book. You wrote a book.
I did. Basically, years I was running the course, I was also working as a volunteer for Pride in London. I used to be the host of Trafalgar Square, and I produced their talent show, Pride's Got Talent. And that took up a lot of my time.
It sure did.
When I left, I kind of decided I didn't want to it was time for me to move on, but I also was like, I want to do something with that time. And because I'd been volunteering, I was used to not having an income. Like, I was ready to take a risk.
Yeah.
And I thought, what I'm doing at the tavern, what I've been nurturing with the talent contest at Pride, there's nothing written. There's nothing in the world of academia or published writing that I can find that is a practical guide for performers of what to do. And especially being drag acts, so many young performers come to it in their bedroom on their own as an escapism. Being able to have a physical something that can be almost like a rehearsal buddy, I just thought there's a gap for it and it needed to happen.
What's the situation like now? I don't want to get too heavy, too political, but over here, as you know, the whole community from trans to gay to queer to drag is under threat. Are we doing this in England as well? Or is it we are? It's not safe?
I always think of it as a swinging pendulum. You know, that we go to the left, we go to the right, we go to the left. And we've had some brilliant years of progress moving forward for the LGBTQ plus community. And I think now there's a definite sense from the other side, our opposition, that we've got what we wanted. No, you're getting too much. And it's swung the other way. And I feel the pendulum gathers momentum, if you know what I mean. So each time it comes one way, it goes that bit further, and then it comes back this way and it goes that bit further. And I feel we're at the top of the darker side of it from my point of view. It's not a good place to be. I mean, I am a cis white male, and I'm very fortunate in my life. You know, when I'm in drag now, I wouldn't hop in the back of a taxi as free and easily as I used to. Really? I can't imagine what it's like for the binary and the trans community. There's a lot more, it's not good times.
Do you feel any obligation to make your act political, or have we just come to see you to be entertained?
I always think drag is political. I
Mhm.
think stepping out on stage, whether it's as your true self or whether presenting something from within yourself, I think that's always a political act, especially in a world that doesn't want us to exist.
Yeah.
But for me, I personally, I always use the approach of kind of reading the room and knowing where I am.
Yeah.
People come to the RVT, I don't need to convince any of them that the world's gone to shit and we're in trouble. You know, that would be preaching to the converted. I make myself as relatable and honest as I possibly can. You know, I don't have a drag name. I'm Michael Twaits. I'm a man in a dress.
I've
got
that's
a
interesting. I
leveling
didn't think
relation.
about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
So people see in me something relatable. And also because my act isn't based on a character, it's just a persona, it's just a heightened version of me. I could talk about mundane things that, you know, no one thinks of a drag queen loading a dishwasher. And they're kind of like, oh, you're normal, you're just like us. So a throwaway comment can get them all on side. And then just when you need to, you can just put a point across in an articulate, clear-cut way that's not going to ruin their evening. They're still going to be entertained, but they just see something from a different perspective.
Let's just point out, though, you are on hallowed ground. We don't have anybody there, so you must be fairly good. And so we're going to run your details, so people can hassle you, where to buy the book. And also, I know you'd encourage us, if you ever go to London for the first time, if you don't go to the Royal Vauxhall Tavern, you haven't lived.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it doesn't matter what's on at the RVT, just come and experience the building.
There is no place like that in the world, because how many years, Michael, has it been?
I don't even know. I should know.
I would say it's at least, I don't give my name, 40 years, at least 40 years.
Oh, it's older than that, definitely.
One gay place that maintains and is still packed every night.
Yeah, absolutely.
I won't keep you. Have a great night tonight. Raise a lot of money for Terrence Higgins Trust, and we'll put the big details, and hopefully it will sell out.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Great to talk to you.
I look up from Alpha Move on the rocks. The gift wrapped wig still in the box of towering velveteen. I put on some makeup, turn on the tape deck. I'm pulling the wig back on my head. Suddenly I'm Miss Farrah Fawcett from TV, until I go home and I turn back to myself. You think that luck has left you there. Maybe there's nothing up in the sky but air, and there's no mystical design, no cosmic lover